Isn't that beautiful? I could just sit here all day long and watch it. Oh, it's just so magical. Oh, hello there. Welcome to Grandma Kitty's house, and I'm Grandma Kitty, of course. I was just watching it snow out the window. Oh, snow is just so amazing. I could just sit here and watch it all day long. It's just so peaceful, as long as you don't have to go out in it. Have you ever thought about snow before? It's really an amazing thing. It comes down one snowflake at a time, and then it just keeps building up, and it covers the ground and turns everything white, and builds up deep enough so we can do all kinds of fun winter activities. It's just really an amazing thing. After the snowstorm, have you ever looked and seen how the trees are covered with snow and they're so pretty? And especially if the sun comes out after the snowstorm and it's a blue sky and you've got the white snow-covered trees against the blue sky. Oh, just absolutely beautiful. Have you ever gone for a walk in a snowstorm before? That is just amazing. All the snow coming down around you. It's so magical. And, there's not a lot of people out because traveling isn't good when it's snowing because it makes the road slippery. So a lot of people stay home when it's snowing. So if you go for a walk in a snowstorm, it's peaceful and quiet. And it's really amazing. It reminds me of, something that I wanted to show you. Now, where did I put that? Have you ever played that game before where you play hide and seek with your friend and they hide something or you hide something? And it doesn't have to be anything special. It could be an old sock, but they hide it, and then when you're getting closer, they go, "You're getting hotter, you're getting hotter." And when you're really close, they go, "You're burning up." Or if you're getting further away, they say, "You're getting colder, you're getting colder, you're freezing cold." Well, Grandma Kitty feels like she plays that game all the time, looking for something all the time. My problem is I don't have a friend to tell me when I'm getting hot or cold, so that means I just have to keep looking. So I have something to show you, but since I don't have a friend to help me find it, let me just look around and... Oh, there it is. I left it over on the counter. I'll be right back. Oh, this is what I wanted to show you. Do you know what this is? This is a snow globe. Have you ever seen a snow globe before? It's just a round glass ball, and there's always different pictures inside. This is a Christmas tree. It's got a chipmunk and his acorns in the mailbox, and he's trying to get his acorns out of the mailbox. But there's all different kinds of scenes inside snow globes. Now, what's really neat is you turn it upside down, and all the snow comes down, and then you turn it right side up, and then you can just sit there and watch the snow twirl around as it comes slowly back down. And that's kind of what it's like when you go for a walk in a snowstorm. All the snow twirling around you, swirling around you. When I go for a walk in a snowstorm, I feel like I'm in a snow globe. Isn't that pretty cool? All right, so I brought some snow. I went out and I got some snow, so I brought some snow for you. It doesn't look like snow. Oh my goodness. No, it looks like a glass of water, doesn't it? Well, it was snow. I went out and got snow out of the snowbank. I guess it must have melted. That's the thing about snow. When snow gets warm, it melts, and then it just becomes water. So now I don't have snow anymore. Now I just have a glass of water. But, that makes me think of something. Some people really like snow. And snow is just frozen water. It's just raindrops that freeze on their way down. And some people really like snow, and some people really don't. And my husband, he was in the don't category. Reminds me of a saying we once found. Let's see here. Here it is. This is a Carl Reiner saying. It says, "A lot of people like snow. I find it to be an unnecessary freezing of water." I guess he didn't like snow either. But people who have to work with snow, like if they're out there dealing with it, it's not always fun to be out there in a snowstorm dealing with it. You know, you might get snow down your neck, you know, it might be in your face. And if you have to shovel it, oh my goodness, it's rough on your back to shovel snow. So people who have to work out in the snow, like plowing and shoveling and sanding and things like that, they might not enjoy it as much as other people because it's a lot of work for them. My husband probably got tired of sitting in his snowplow plowing all the time. He probably wanted to go home and rest, but you know, if the roads are covered with snow, you got to keep plowing if that's your job. And if the sidewalks need to be shoveled and that's your job, well, you got to keep shoveling even though your back might be aching. So some people really like snow and some people don't. But I brought a book to show you today, and this is called After the Snowflakes. And this talks about all kinds of fun things that you can do after the snowflakes come. And it's got beautiful pictures. And I happen to know the artist, and I think she did an awesome job illustrating this book. So let's read it together. After the snowflakes come, see that beautiful snowflake? I can slide down the hill on my new toboggan. After the snowflakes come, I can roll giant snowballs and make a snowman. After the snowflakes come, I can ski as fast as the wind or snowshoe quietly through the forest. Sometimes I like to just catch the snowflakes on my tongue, watch them melt on my mitten, or make my own special snow angel. Someday soon the sun will get warmer and the snowflakes will start to melt. But I'm going to enjoy them as long as I can. Aren't they beautiful? Oh, isn't that nice? And the pictures are so nice. You know, they say that no two snowflakes are the same. Now, I used to try to catch them on my mitten or my glove and check them out, but they melted so fast I could not tell whether they were the same or not. But they say no two snowflakes are the same. So I thought that we could do some fun things. I thought that I would show you how to make snowflakes. Let's try making a paper snowflake. I don't know if you've ever done this before. You can Google how to make snowflakes because there's different kinds of snowflakes you can make. But let's start with just making an old-fashioned paper snowflake. Now, first thing you have to do, you have to fold it so that the edges are even. And then you have to cut this off because you want to start with a square piece of paper. So cut the extra piece off. Okay, so now if you open it up, now you have a square. It's not rectangle anymore, now it's square. So you fold it, now we have a triangle. You fold it again and make a smaller triangle, and then you fold it one more time and make an even smaller triangle, okay? So now you're gonna cut your design, all right? So you can just cut the end off, and then you can just kind of make squiggles. And it won't really look like much at first until you open it up. Okay, just cut some squiggles or half circles. You can make straight lines, you can make curved lines, and you can make however you want it to look. And that's the thing about it. You can be creative. If it doesn't come out the way you like, just try it again. Okay, so look at this. It doesn't really look like much, does it? But let's open it up and see what we got here. Yep, it's starting to look like something. Oh, look at that. Isn't that neat? We have a snowflake. So I have some other snowflakes too to show you. Let's see what this one looks like. This is one I made at home. Let's open this one up. And see how different they are. See, they're very different. Let's see. Here's another one here. So you can make all kinds of different snowflakes, and it's just so fun and creative. You can just cut them, continue cutting them out and making different snowflakes. So, oh yeah, look, we have lots of different kinds of snowflakes. Oh, And they're just so pretty and just so creative. And all they are is just frozen raindrops. That's the amazing part. All right, so what are some other things we can do in the wintertime? Yes, we can build a snowman. Now, we can't build a snowman in Grandma Kitty's house because it would melt just like her glass of snow melted. So we're just going to make it out of Play-Doh. Do you like to play with Play-Doh? Have you ever made your own Play-Doh? I used to make Play-Doh with my kids all the time, and they loved making Play-Doh. You can Google the recipe. They loved making it because they could pick the color they wanted, and it makes a nice, soft Play-Doh. And the thing I liked about it was that I didn't have to worry about somebody eating it because I knew what was in there. Not that you should eat Play-Doh. Play-Doh's got way too much salt in it, but at least if they ate my Play-Doh, I knew what was in it and I didn't have to worry too much about it. So when you make a snowman, you have to make a ball. Now outside, you're going to roll the ball in the snow, but you have 3 different balls. You have a big ball, a medium-sized ball, and a small one. And of course the big one goes on the bottom or your snowman would tip over. So, okay, here's the bottom. All right, now let's see what we have here. Oh, Play-Doh is just so much fun. And remember, we talked about fine motor skills and using our hands and developing fine motor skills. And Play-Doh is good for that too. So here's our medium ball for the middle. All right, and then our little ball for the top. All right, now if you were outside, you would find like sticks for his arms. Finding eyes is a little bit tricky because in the wintertime, the rocks would make good eyes, but they're either under the snow or they're frozen down. So you have to be a little bit creative. We tried Oreo cookies one time, but the dog ate them. So we're inside. We can use candy or these are pretzels. We're going to use pretzels for his arm. All right. And I've got M&Ms. I'm going to use some blue M&Ms for eyes because I just love blue, as you can tell. Blue is such a pretty color. Now, you could use a carrot for the nose. Since we're inside and this is just a little snowman, I'm just going to give him a little pretzel nose. And then I'm just going to break the pretzel again and we'll give him a little smile because he's a happy snowman. And then for buttons, I'm just going to use, I've got like jelly beans and gummies and stuff, but I'm just going to use more raisins, more M&Ms I mean, and just stick some, you could use raisins, but let's use M&Ms. Oh, now isn't he a cute little snowman? He looks good enough to eat, doesn't he? And like I said, you could eat them because we know what's in them because we made the Play-Doh, but you really shouldn't eat Play-Doh. There's too much salt in it. All right, let's set our snowman over here. All right, now let's see. What are some other fun things that we could do? Sliding. I love to go sliding. Now, when my husband was young, he had a runner sled. I was going to bring a runner sled to show you, but remember how I told you Grandma Kitty spends a lot of time looking for things? Well, she doesn't always find what she's looking for. So maybe some other time I can show you a runner sled. But runner sleds were very pretty when they were new because the metal frames were painted bright red and the wood was shiny and new. Very pretty. And the thing that was neat about the runner sleds was you could steer them. There was a crossbar, and if you sat on them, you put your feet on the crossbar, and you could push on that crossbar, and it would make the sled turn. Or if you were laying on it, you could use your hands and push with your hands, and it would actually make your sled turn. But they weren't really safe. They had metal frames, and if you crashed with your sled, you could get hurt. So now, of course, we have plastic sleds or snow tubes, which are much safer. Now, talking about steering, did you know that toboggans, you can steer toboggans too? And I found that out the hard way. Let me find the picture here. See, toboggans, you can put 3 or 4 people on a toboggan. Now the person in the front, they have to do the steering. So when you start down the hill, if you want to turn one way or the other, you have to lean. Well, I didn't lean. I didn't tell the people behind me to lean. And you know what happened? We crashed into a telephone pole. we're lucky we didn't get seriously hurt. But that kind of ended my career riding on toboggans. I decided that I wasn't going to do that anymore. Now, when I was little, I would sometimes use a piece of cardboard. We didn't have sleds sometimes, and so we would just sit on a piece of cardboard and slide down the hill. And we didn't even have snowsuits when we were kids. We would wear 2 pairs of pants. We take things for granted these days, don't we? We just assume that snowsuits are something everybody has. But when I was little, I remember my friend got a snowsuit, and I was just so jealous of her because she could slide down the hill without a sled because she had a slippery snowsuit, and my 2 pairs of pants didn't work so well. But we take things for granted, like food and beds and clothes, and we just assume they're going to be there, and so we're lucky that we have the things we have nowadays. All right, so let's see, we can also do skiing. I'm not a skier. Something about putting 2 pieces of wood on my feet and standing at the top of a mountain and knowing the only way to get down is controlling those 2 pieces of wood on my feet. I couldn't even steer the toboggan. How can I steer the skis? So that's not for me. Snowshoeing, though. Oh, snowshoeing I like. You put those snowshoes on your feet and you can walk right on top of the snow and walk through the woods, and it's so peaceful and nice. I love snowshoeing. We can also make snow angels. That was in the book, too. Yeah, you can make a snow angel. Here it is. Lay in the snow and move your feet and your arms back and forth and make a snow angel. You could build a snow fort. Oh, hey, the way to build a snow fort is to get square plastic containers, pack the snow right in there, and then you can pile it up, nice square blocks of snow, and it makes a really good snow fort. And then this looks like a snowball, doesn't it? But if it was really a snowball, it would have melted like my glass of snow. But this is really a candle. But you could have a snowball fight. Now, the thing about snowball fights, they sometimes hurt. So if you want to have a snowball fight, you make sure that the other people joining you are agreeable. Make sure that they want to play the snowball fight. If they say they don't want you to throw a snowball at them, then probably you shouldn't, because snowballs can hurt. All right, I know they're just snow, but if they're packed tightly, they can hurt. So make sure that everybody is okay. That snowball candle has glitter on it, so I'm just trying to get the glitter off. Now, here's my favorite part about playing out in the snow, going in to have hot chocolate. Oh, when my kids were little, when I got cold, I would say, "Okay, kids, time to go in for hot chocolate." That was my favorite part of playing out in the snow, going in for the hot chocolate. All right, well, I think that we've covered everything. So let's do our song. I have a new song today. This one is called "This Little Light of Mine," and it's an old song. There's many versions to it, and you can Google it and find all different kinds of versions and different movements. This one is a real peppy one, and we all have a light inside us. No, not like a flashlight. I mean, not actually a light. I'm speaking more like your personality. Do you know what a personality is? A personality is the things you say or do that show people what kind of a person you are. Like if you're friendly and happy and jolly all the time, you make people around you happy, and you're like a bright light to them. If you're mean and grumpy and miserable, you're not quite a bright light. That's kind of what Grandma Kitty is like when she hasn't had enough sleep. She's kind of grumpy. But if you're happy and cheerful, then you are kind of like a bright light to those around you. So let's sing this song and get up and move and groove, because this is a fun one to move and groove to. All right, are you ready? Let's see what we can find here. This one's got a lot of clapping and a lot of stomping, so here we go.
You gotta stomp your feet.
Stomp your feet. Clap your hands.
That's it. Keep going.
How you doing? Are you stomping and clapping?
Sing this little light of mine.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Oh, that sounds so
All
good.
right, how you doing? Are you moving a groove in?
Back. All right, sing this real quiet with me.
When I'm afraid, I'm gonna let it shine. Even when I'm afraid, I'm gonna let it shine.
Yes,
Even when I'm afraid, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. All right, stomp those feet. Little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Shine all over. Clap those hands. All right. Did you like that one? I like that one. That makes my heart happy. Remember, you got to get up and move and groove and make your heart happy. And that one makes my heart happy. I can feel like I've done some exercise when I did that one. All right. So remember to always let your light shine, okay? Because you want everyone to be happy to be around you. If you're mean and miserable and grumpy or crabby all the time, people don't like to be around you so much. So be happy and joyful and just be pleasant to be around, and people will like to be around you, and they'll think that you have a nice bright light. All right, so I have my bee basket here. All right, do you remember our bee basket? These are the things that we want to be. All right, so let's see what we have in here today. We have, oh, look at this. This says, be persistent. Do you know what persistent means? That's kind of a big word, isn't it? Persistent means don't give up. See, it's got 3 syllables. Persistent, don't give up. Here, I got a little sign here that'll help you. Persistent, don't give up. That means to keep on trying, even if things aren't going right or going your way, you're tired or you've had enough and you feel like quitting, don't give up. So I got a little story here about shoveling snow, and this might help you understand persistent a little bit better. This is by Pat Cummings, and it says, the snow was falling on the sidewalk. Pam shoveled and shoveled, but the snow kept falling. She worked and worked, but the snow kept falling. First came Joey. I can help, he said. They shoveled and shoveled, but the snow kept falling. Next came Ben. I can help, he said. They shoveled and shoveled, but the snow kept falling. Last came Rose. I can help, she said. They shoveled and shoveled, but the snow kept falling. Finally, the sidewalk was shoveled clean. The snow was in a big pile, way, way over their heads. Look, you can hardly see them because they piled the snow up so high. They all began to play. What can we make with snow? Pam asked. What do you think they made? A snowman. Oh, right. So they were persistent, weren't they? They just kept trying, and they didn't give up. They just kept working, even though they might have been tired. Maybe their backs were kind of achy from all that shoveling, but the snow kept falling, so they had to keep shoveling. So they didn't give up. And then they rewarded themselves with something fun, like building a snowman. So that's the thing about being persistent. If you keep at it, something good will come from it, and you'll find yourself rewarded in some way. So don't give up when you're tired or you want to quit, because something fun and exciting is waiting for you. All right, let's see what else we have. We have believe in yourself. Right? So you always want to make sure that you believe in yourself, because you have lots of talents and abilities. You've got that bright light inside you wanting to shine. And so just believe in yourself and use your talents and your abilities to make the world a better place, and believe in what you can do. don't give up on yourself. Be persistent, right? Be persistent. Believe in yourself and don't ever give up. All right. Oh, let's see. We have our big sign. Do you remember what our big sign says? It's down here on the floor because it's so big. All right, here's the big one. And this one says, be the best you that you can be. So always try to be the best person that you can be. And remember that you will never get in trouble for being good, right? So always try to be good. And we've talked about other things, being helpful, being happy. All right, I got a couple of other snowflakes I want to show you before we're done. So, got this beautiful snowflake, and this beautiful snowflake, and then this one here. Look at that. So snowflakes come in all shapes and sizes, and they're just so amazing. Now, when you go outside, you need to go out and play in the snow. Just because it's cold is no reason to stay inside. You should get out and get some exercise and go play in the snow and have some fun winter activity. But always remember to dress warmly. The reason that we have snow is because it's cold. If it was warm out, it would all melt. So it's cold out, so you have to dress warmly. And make sure if you go for a walk that you take mom or dad with you. And if it's slippery outside, then like on the roads, then maybe it's a good idea to just stay home and not drive if you don't have to. I mean, mom and dad, of course. But just make sure you get out there and enjoy. I heard we have some snow coming. So get out there in that snow when it's coming down and see if you feel like you're in a snow globe. Here, let me show you one more time. See if you feel like you're in a snow globe just like that. All right, so you stay safe, you stay healthy. Get out there and play in the snow and enjoy those amazing snowflakes. And we'll see you next time, okay? Bye-bye.